Hey, good evening, and welcome to the Bryan County Patriot Live. We are streaming live tonight on the Bryan County Patriot YouTube channel and also on the Patriots Facebook page. I'm Joey McWilliams, and thank you for watching tonight. Listen, we are going to do this a little bit more often. This is our debut episode of BCP Live, the Patriots video streaming version of getting the news out. And this has been something that, just as we get started, let me let you know, I've been thinking about this for quite a while, for a few weeks now, actually a few months now, in doing a live edition so that we could get the news out even maybe a little bit more quickly. Thankful for how we can get things out on a pretty quick basis, just being able to upload whenever we can and not having to wait once or twice or more times than that over the course of a day or a week. We're able to get it out pretty quickly. But times like this, it looks like it might be something that we needed to do. And so I'm glad to start this tonight. So please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the Bryan County Patriot YouTube channel. And again, for quite a while in the near future, we're going to do this on the Facebook page as well. So thanks for watching tonight. You may comment. Please feel free to comment as well. And we might be able to get one of those two or more of those comments on the air as we're watching. Now, just a little bit of housekeeping to let you know, the Bryan County Patriot, I'm sure if you're watching us on Facebook right now, then you are familiar with the Bryan County Patriot. It's something that's been going on now for nearly 3 years. We started this about 3 years ago. My lovely wife, Jody, and I started the Bryan County Patriot. It was something we had been thinking about for a while, longer than just 3 years ago, and finally put it into motion and made it work. And you all have made it grow, and it has grown quite a bit. And I'm very thankful for all the growth that it's had. I really appreciate, everyone stopping by and checking out the news. It's mainly positive news. As much as we can, we try to make this into a positive news site with news and features, sports, and more. We do obituaries as well, and that's something that's important to us. Really try to make that something. It's what I see as a community service, and so we do it for free. And we're able to do that because we have such great advertisers, such great sponsors, people in the community that are able to help us offset the costs of this business and this small business right here in Bryan County. And because of that, we're able to do a lot of things. So I want to say just how thankful I am for all of the advertisers and all the sponsors that are such a big part of the Bryan County Patriot. And we just could not do this without you. And so I want to tell you, just from me and from Jody, how much I appreciate you and what a big deal that you are. We never, ever take you for granted, and we're so thankful for all of you all. So just a shout out to the sponsors there. All right. Now, the reason for doing this now and getting this out tonight is because of the all that's going on, in the world around us. We have COVID-19, otherwise known as the coronavirus. Now, I'm on YouTube right now, so I don't know if that's going to get me kicked off. I'm not monetized on this channel because, at the start of this night anyway, we have 32 subscribers. I hope that number grows before the night is over with. So I don't know what saying the word coronavirus will do to getting me bumped or booted or excommunicated from YouTube. So keep that in mind. We may just call it the beer bug and go from there. So if you've heard the phrase the beer bug before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But many things have changed over the course of the day, and this is what it was like for me on Thursday. Now, I have a lot of other sports websites as well, and I have a sports YouTube channel, Midwest Sports Net. Please subscribe. But I have a YouTube channel. I have all these sports sites, and keeping up with the sports news on Thursday was incredible. I've never had a day like that before. Now, I've been in journalism for a long time, started all the way back in 2000, maybe a little bit before, but I want to say 2000. I've been trained at Oklahoma State University, have a degree in broadcast journalism. And in all these years, I have never seen a day like Thursday in the sports world. And the news changed literally by the hour. Now, you may remember Wednesday night with the Jazz and the Thunder game, and the NBA suspended the season, just shut it down immediately and indefinitely. And all the dominoes that fell after that, just they started coming so quickly Thursday morning, where you thought there was going to be March Madness and there just weren't going to be people in the gym, and then that changed, and then it changed, and now the NCAA tournament's off. And for all you Southeastern fans, I mean, we had two Southeastern teams in the NCAA tournament, the men's and women's both, and that went by the wayside, and one right after another, all these things kept happening. Well, the news kept changing at a pace that was quicker than just by the hour. I mean, every hour something new was coming up, and then it happened more quickly than that. So it was really tough to keep up with. And I just had never experienced a day like this as a sports journalist, for sure, but really even as a journalist. Well, that's kind of been what it's been like over the course of the day today. And so I just wanted to bring you up to speed on some things that have happened. And here are some closings. Here are some adjustments. So if you didn't know about this already, and you may already with Facebook, by the way, I'm looking at the screen too in front of me. The lighting in here is a little bit weird tonight. Forgive me for that. I'm operating out of the MidwestSports.net studio. And so you see behind me a lot of navy blue to cover up some of the MidwestSports.net stuff. It's messing with the lighting. So, I mean, you all know I have a little bit more of a glow anyway, just because it's making some weird lighting. So bear with me on that. Anyway, closings. Schools are closed. Schools are closed. And it's not just one school or another. This has come down from the Oklahoma State Board of Education, a 4-0 vote this afternoon. They had an emergency meeting that was scheduled at 4 o'clock today. And with that vote, schools have been closed. And it's not indefinite. It is until April 6th. April 6th is a Monday. So basically what that means is, for all of you all that have kids on spring break, maybe you're one of those kids on spring break, guess what? Spring break just tripled in size. You have a 3-week spring break. Now, this is not so that you can go down to, South Padre. I don't believe we still are supposed to be having some form of self-quarantine. We'll get to that in just a moment. But schools are closed across the board in the state of Oklahoma, beginning March 17th, if you weren't already in spring break, through April 6th. And that, of course, is a Monday. So keep that in mind. All the schools in Bryan County, the public school systems. All right, another closing, and I'm going to bring this one up here and read it here. And I have have it in front of me as to how to read this. Choctaw casinos and resorts are closed, and that is effective as of midnight. Okay, it's a temporary suspension of operations. Now, this goes for the casinos, and I'm reading it here. All Choctaw casinos in Durant, in Grant, Pecola, McAllister, Broken Bow, Idabel, Stringtown, they're all closed at midnight tonight, heading into March 17th. So that is St. Patrick's Day. So all of you folks that were planning on celebrating St. Patrick's Day in the Choctaw casinos, I'm sorry, you're not going to get the chance to do that. So, and again, timing on these things. The lovely Mrs. McWilliams, Mrs. Bryan County Patriot, Mrs. MidwestSports.net was going to be going up to Kansas City to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a friend of hers, and just not going to happen. By the way, travel plazas, all the gaming inside the travel plazas, that's temporarily suspended as well. If you are a guest, you're going in to buy gas or something else in the travel plaza, you can still do that. Concerts in the Grand Theater postponed through April 3rd. Postponed through April 3rd. And we've already seen, I had this on the Bryan County Patriot on the website, that the Carrie Underwood concert has been postponed as well. And that is till later on in the summer. So that's another thing that is going on. Choctaw casinos and resorts, operations temporarily suspended. All right. Next, the Durant Public Library, the Donald W. Reynolds Public Library, the community center, that is closed, and that is going to be for 4 weeks. That is effective as of Tuesday. So Monday was the last day. Today was the last day. Took the kids. We got some books and a couple of videos before the library closed today, because that's going to be closed. A decision brought down by city management in Durant to close the public library for a 4-week period. So keep that in mind. And this is that actually includes so many things here. Looking at all the spring break activity, of course, if you've ever taken your kids to the library to watch a movie over spring break, and the inexpensive snacks and just going in, I've always thought it was a really cool thing to get to do, and my kids have really enjoyed it as well. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So the spring break movies and activities now closed. Computer classes closed. Let's look ahead here. Tax preparation, that's been going on. And what a cool thing that is. We need to talk about that on the Bryan County Patriot as well. But some tax help that has been going on since February, running through April, closed now for the next 4 weeks. Also, they do want you to know, the folks at the library, Ronnie Tunneby and her crew do a fantastic job. They are always, and they will continue to regularly clean and disinfect surfaces and equipment in the building. And they make hand sanitizer available to all the staff, to all the customers, and they promote frequent hand washing as well. There's a lot that goes on in the library here in Durant. And so, you may or may not be aware of everything that those folks do. They do a lot, but they do keep it clean. And they're also, now this is something cool. If you did get a library book, keep this in mind. It says we will be suspending fines as well as our one-time renewal policy through April 30th. So that's pretty cool. So, if you have a book right now, I have a couple of books right now, and I'm not going to be able to get them back in. We'll see. Anyway, this will help. I'm doing my best, Robbie. I'm doing my best. This will help with those who cannot or choose not to travel. Remember that there are drop boxes. I was just forgetting about that. Anyway, on the west side of the building for those who do not wish to come inside the library. Well, that was prior. This came out prior to the edict that came down today from city management that the library's been closed anyway. So you'll have to drop them off in the drop box. All right, a couple more things here. Let's look to Chamber of Commerce information. So Janet Reed and all the girls at the Chamber of Commerce, who, by the way, do a great job. They are just fantastic. They take care of a lot of business information that Katie is always handing out the calendars at Coffee Network. Well, guess what? There are some changes to that. The Durant Young Professionals Luncheon, that was supposed to take place on the 26th. There's going to be a date change for that. So keep that in mind if you were planning on being a part of the Durant Young Professionals Luncheon. And, oh, by the way, so, hey, yeah, I do have some comments online tonight. Please feel free to comment, and I can do things and let you know, hey, I am glowing, and that's all right. Just, let it go. We sing a lot of Frozen and Frozen 2 around my house with kids and grandkids, so that's okay. All right. And a shout out, by the way, to Kara Bird. Thank you. And lots going on with the Blue Zone project. I'm sure we'll have a chance to talk with Kara about that a little bit later on too. So keep that in mind. But feel free to comment. Thank you very much for taking part tonight. I appreciate that. Anyway, the Durant Riding Club Play Day. Now, that was scheduled to take place on March 28th. That's a Saturday. I talked with Susan Edlin, who is a big part of the Durant Riding Club today. I just talked with her today, and she doesn't have an exact answer as to whether or not that's going to take place or not. So we're going to follow up on that one. But that was a part of the Chamber of Commerce calendar, so keep that in mind. Coffee Network. Coffee Network. If you are a member of the Chamber and you go to Coffee Network on Wednesday, which is a really, really, really cool way to connect with people, I thoroughly enjoy that. It's at Jimmy's Egg this month. As of this morning, it was still going on. Now, they're just serving coffee to all the folks that come out. If you're coming out on Wednesday, if it is still going to take place, hopefully by tomorrow night, I'll be able to tell you that. But if it's still going to take place, then just serving coffee. If you'd like to buy breakfast, then you can. That's Jimmy's Egg for the rest of the month. Now, in April, too, it was scheduled to be at Southeastern, but for the first 2 days of the month of April, if you're going to Coffee Network, it's going to be at the Durant Chamber itself. So that's April 1st and April 8th. Those dates for Coffee Network are going to be at 215 North 4th Avenue. Now, obviously, with all this going on, and if you're watching this thinking, Joey, are you trying to be a newscaster? Well, maybe just want to reach out. There are so many things I wanted to wrap up with tonight, and we'll bring this episode of BCP Live to a close with this. Are there a lot of questions still that remain with all of these closings? Oh, my goodness, yes. What's going to happen to the school year? Is it going to be extended? Are the school employees going to be paid for the time that they're off? What's going to happen with all that? Don't have any answers for that just yet. There are so many things out there. Folks who work at the library, folks who work in other city places that may have their jobs temporarily suspended. How are they going to be paid? What's going to happen? We don't have the answers to that just yet. Now, when we do get some answers, we'll try to get them to you, but we don't have the answers to that just yet. There are lots of questions that still remain. The important thing right now is to be wise, and that's how I wanted to wrap this up tonight. And if you get nothing else from this, and hopefully you have a few things that you do get from this, but if you get nothing else from it, get this. We always need to be wise in what we do. And I'm not going to throw a lot of things out there politically, otherwise what you want to do. Yes, I think there's good and bad. That is on display for us right now on all levels, federal, state, beyond. There's good and bad. I would say this, and I will say this on this very first episode. If you know me, you know where I stand, and I am a Christian. I want to be wise in what I do, and I want to listen. I want to pay attention. I don't want to get sick, and I don't plan on getting sick. Okay, just let that go down on record right now. That's not going to happen. But I still want to be wise in what I'm doing. I still want to use discretion in what I'm doing, but we're not going to walk in fear. So you don't have to walk in fear. You don't have to be fearful to be wise. You don't have to be afraid to walk with discretion, to listen, to pay attention, and okay, social distancing, maybe so. Giving the old elbow instead of a handshake every now and again, all right, that's okay. But we want what's best for everybody. And if you've been a part now and you recognize the great toilet paper shortage of 2020, who would have ever thought that would have happened? Well, guess what? There are a lot of folks out there that need toilet paper. So keep that in mind. Be wise, have discretion, and think about others along the way. So just definitely that's a part of it. I want to say thanks for watching, Rebecca. I appreciate that. And we do want to keep everyone informed. So please keep watching here. Again, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you may be watching me on YouTube. I would imagine tonight, I'm looking at some of the comments and things coming in. Probably most of you are watching on Facebook tonight, but we would like to grow this YouTube channel. So please do that as well. One last note here that I have locally. This is a local broadcast. It is presented right here in Bryan County. Again, I'm doing this from the MidwestSports.net studio here in Bryan County. But Bryan County is not just Durant. Locally is not just Durant. So everyone in Bryan County, this is about you. This is about us. We're the folks of Bryan County. So keep that in mind if you have some closings. Now, here's how you get this out here. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'm going to, if I can, post this. Can I post that? There it is. All right. This is posted online. So maybe you can see this. How about that? There is my email address, joey@bryancountypatriot.com. joey@bryancountypatriot.com. So if you have a closing or you have some news that you'd like to get out there and you want folks to know about it, please let me know and we'll try to get them in. If we're online tomorrow night, and I'd like to do this with some consistency, so I plan on being online tomorrow night, probably around the same time. I had a live stream earlier tonight on the MidwestSports.net channel. That was a cool one too. That one has a local flair, as we got to visit with Katie Webb, the Great American Conference Player of the Year from right here at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, and the Savage Storm women's basketball team. What an incredible season our two teams had this year. It was fantastic. Well, I got to visit with Katie Webb, live streaming a little bit earlier on the other YouTube channel. So that was the early one. This is the later one. We'll try to get it out tomorrow night as well. So if you have something going on throughout Bryan County and you want to say, hey, listen, this is something that's closed, this is something that we want to get this word out, let me know, and we will take care of that here on BCP Live. All right? Appreciate everybody for watching tonight. Mike, thank you very much for chiming in as well. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thanks again to all of the sponsors, and we're going to get to see one of those tomorrow. I'm going to try to go out and check with one of them tomorrow and let you know what is happening with toilet paper There's a segue. There's a tease for tomorrow. What is happening with toilet paper right here in Durant and in Bryan County? We may know a little bit more tomorrow. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. God bless all of you. Have a great night, and we will talk to you later.